Don't do it too soon. Whatever. Don't care. We're saying fuck it tonight, boys. I'm like 2 problems away from just getting wasted on this stream to deal with it. But okay. Deep breaths. Forgot to tweet that I'm streaming. Give me 1 sec to do that. I'll do these intros. You know what? I'm just gonna put the URL. There you go. Easy peasy. Okay. Hello. Welcome, everybody. It's a best of 3. Tonight's all best of 3s. It should be a pretty quick cast for some Friday night fight action. Spawning here in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It's Dust Gaming's Vindicta. And his one at the top right, the orange Protest player Puck. Of course, I must ask if audio levels are good. If anything's too quiet or too loud, please do let me know. I was having some issues with the music being way too loud last time we streamed. I've changed nothing since then. But even then, I suspect it somehow will be off, because that's just technology for you, let's be honest. But yes, this is the first best of 3 of the day. This is going to be a WCS style group, or GSL style group, if you're more familiar with that. So we'll have a winner's match, an elimination match, etc. But the prize pool today is nothing too crazy. We've gone for $200, 100 to the winner, 50 to the runner-up, and $25 to third and fourth place. So all 4 players competing today are guaranteed some prize money no matter what. Except for Masa, who I don't know what's going on with him, if he's even going to show up today. And I don't know what the fuck I do with a 3-person group, and thus why I'm a bit grumpy. Because the show may be going from a 3-hour show to like a barely 1-hour show, which I don't want. But hey. 7-year Twitch, thank you for the 36 months. Rifkin, you be grumpy. We still love you, brother. Yeah, I'm trying not to be, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Bardino, for the $2. Let's do this, Rift baby. Keep that head up, Bardino. Thank you, Bardino. Yeah, that was the big badass donation of the day music too. So you know he's a real G right there. But okay, talking about the matchup. Sorry, I've been all over the place. I'm trying to sort myself. Talk about the matchup at hand. Oh my goodness gracious. Talk about the matchup at hand. I'll get to that donation in a moment. I do want to quickly note, Puck, his best matchup, in my opinion, has usually been his PVZs, and in times we've seen a little bit of weakness. Him losing to Future and some others in somewhat similar group stages. God damn it, guys! Thank you! So I don't know how he'll do against Vindicta, but I do feel like Vindicta to me comes into this matchup as the underdog. Love him to death. He's been a lot of fun to watch. He's played in quite a few of our events recently, but he's not got the success rate of a lot of the other guys who were playing, or at least who were originally scheduled to play today. So he will, for me, be the underdog in the matchup, and we'll see how Puck handles it. Now, thank you very much, Hard Revenge, for the $30. I didn't mean to downplay that. I was just trying to get my thoughts out. I forgot them. He says, you know I'm scatterbrained, and thank you again for the big $30 donation. He says, thanks for the NA shows, Rifkin. Well, thank you for being here to occasionally mod the NA shows, Hard Revenge. And Diet Soda also tips 301 bits. Shut up, Rifkin. Mr. Tonk comes in with 300 bits, so we got some Wardy and some Zombie Grub on this cast. Nice, nice. Also, quick little note, if you guys are familiar, Diet Soda, Diceo, he's like one of the more familiar and friendly mods we have in the Twitch chat. I've recently spoken to him about heading up a more community-driven role via Discord, so get on his good side, guys. Gonna try and make our Discord a little bit more than just like a posting center for Rifkin, if at all possible, but more on that later. We got a couple of Widowmines picked up. He used one to deal with the hallucination, and as he moves across the map, he's gonna see a lot of stalkers coming his way. Will Vindicta turn around? No, he's gonna keep going. Then he's got no bunker at the front. He does have a siege tank, but Puck's got Blink, and Puck's really good at using, and frankly, abusing Blink. There's a forward pylon for some warp-ins potentially coming in. This is not an easy defense out of Vindicta, but it should be doable in my opinion. Not to mention Puck should be a little distracted on the other side of the map, but he's not. Quick reaction, pulls those probes immediately. It's like an okay shot at best. Okay shot at best. Thank you, Hello Zergling, for the 300 bits. He says Friday night hype. Hell yeah. Full Metal Octopus, thank you for the 31 months. Thanks for the War Chest XP. I have been cashing in, so I appreciate it. Nice. Bardino, I know it doesn't come up on the alert, but thank you for the 100 bits to pair up with that. My only thing I would say, guys, I love your faces. I'm never going to say no to bits. I'm never going to say no to donations. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, okay? But I do want to just exclaim that if you're considering putting money towards the stream tonight, I would suggest doing it through the Matcherino page. That way you're guaranteed to possibly get more NA content. Because the Matcherino, remember, whichever Matcherino is bigger at the end of tonight and tomorrow will determine what next week's fight night will look like. So tonight I'm going out of pocket here to put up an EU one so we can see what's got more passion, EU or NA. I actually have a really large suspicion it's NA, but we'll see what EU looks like tomorrow. Because the thing is, we get less NA viewers, but 10 times the support. But then we get like 3 times the EU viewers. So I don't know. We'll see what that looks like tomorrow. Anyways, he used the hallucination to blink up here. You saw that on the camera. As we see since, Puck's been doing some very precise micro to harass Vindicta. I love this, though, because it's not too committed out of Puck. Like, if he loses all 5 of these stalkers, it's not the end of the game for him. But the problem is, he's not able to poke up and do much damage because he's been so busy dancing at home with these small nuisances, excuse me. There's the Widowmine drops, a Marine here now. The medevac's still there. He doesn't know if there's anything inside of it. That was a little bit scurry. Melty says, personally, I always hope for more Korean content. Well, we've got a bit of a hiatus on Korean content because I've just gotten sick of the server lag. I really love the players. I love the plays. I love the games, and the Korean players are a lot more reliable than other players in a lot of cases. But I gotta be honest, guys, nothing makes me want to turn off the stream more than watching it go at like 10 FPS because there's nothing I can do about it, and it's just the Korean server. So that's a little bit of an explanation of why I'm not making a lot of Korean content right now, but I do want to get back to it like ASAP. I might just suck it up at some point, do something. I actually, bit of a teaser here. I spoke to MC about trying to run something with him, but he's been busy. So after IEM, perhaps we can try and make something happen for Korea. Puck is streaming this right now too. Oh, sick. That's great. Can someone link Puck's Twitch channel, please? You guys can watch both first-person point of view and the tournament cast, as we are not rocking a stream delay. I do trust all the players who are competing tonight, so yeah, you guys can watch both a first-person point of view and the, well, we'll call it a cast, but let's be real, tonight's just riffing and grumbling. Puck, by the way, continuing to do very Puck things behind this. We have a Colossus coming out, which is, I wouldn't say a trademark of Puck, but I mean, since Heart of the Swarm, I've been watching Puck do Warp Prism Micro and Colossus play, so there's one particular game, I think it was on Polar Knight versus Bomber, I believe I cast. It was the wildest, weirdest, craziest, I loved it type thing, and I'm sure that Puck has not gotten anything close to rusty with them since. Now, granted, this isn't paired with a Warp Prism yet, asterisk, but it is still 3 Colossus. Well, 2, and this one's basically done. Point is, there's going to be a lot of army units here that are just going to get mowed down by possibly this Colossus beams. The beauty is, of course, Marauders can take a shot or two, so that's where the Zealots come into play, and there's a lot of rock, paper, scissors playing in this army, guys. While this goes on, Puck does charge the front lines, but the tanks are taken out immediately. No shots fired on the Colossus. Only a little bit of shield damage. Interference Matrix out of the Raven, though. That's brilliant. That being said, as cool as that move is, there's still so many gateway units pushing back this bio, and if those Marauders at any point had been able to walk up on top of Colossus while they were fizzed out, unable to fight, this would have been an easy pickoff for Vindicta, but unfortunately, those Zealots are proven to be a little too strong. Widowmine's grab a shot or two over here. Kind of cool to see. I love that Raven move, though. I've not seen anyone do that, and I wonder if that's like a specifically Puck thing or what, but oh man, that was a nice move. And he's going to pull the SCVs, only to be force-fielded away. A couple of Widowmines trying to get that front line, get their shots off. As long as the Zealots are gone, these Marauders are going to have a lot more power, but even with an Interference Matrix glitched out Colossus, I don't know if this is enough. That Immortals jackhammering away on this Marauder count. And Vindicta's army supply is plummeting. He's got a couple Liberators to try and hold the ground. Beauty is he did take out a lot of the Stalkers, so there's not much anti-air. This is a line in the sand Puck doesn't want to cross. This gives Vindicta a few more moments here to, I guess, recover. But the problem is he's already lost 17 SCVs. No matter how good or bad things go from here, Vindicta's at a bit of a loss. Stalkers want to get into that Liberator. Got a Warp Prism coming in too. Gonna provide some more Warp-ins via Stalkers. That's the Liberators are really the one thing that's holding him back right now. DK mode, all right. Thank you very much for coming back for another month. See, here's my resub notification. Nice. Good spreads here out of Vindicta, but it's not going to hold up against Colossus. GG's. Puck takes the first game in this best of 3. When you get a second free, check staff chat. Okay, sure. I will after I make the map. Second map is Port Alexander. Let me get the players sorted for this, and I'll check staff chat for you, Melty. I don't know, Melty. I don't know. My idea is that I get mildly upset with Masa, but he finishes his game of League in order to play StarCraft in time. However, I don't know if that'll be the case, so we'll just play it by ear and maybe fuck around. I honestly don't know. Goon King, thank you for the 100 bits. Riffin looks like a Snacks is Terran Scum. Thank you. Or wait, no, don't objectify me. Stop it. Private Wings, thank you for the 36 months. It's our anniversary. I didn't plan an anniversary dinner, so I hope you did. Don't fuck. Someone said I was a snack. You can come eat out, though, if you want. Let's get to Port Alexander. Ugh. Barf at what I said. See you soon. Real quick question, is that Hard Advantage, if you're here, is that you on the Match Arena page? I want to shout out whoever just threw 32 bucks at it, but I can't because I I can't read Korean, I think it is. I think it's Hard Revenge. Either way, thank you for putting some bucks towards the Match Arena page as well as Diet Soda. It is him? Okay, cool. Thank you, Hard Revenge. The other thing I want to stress too, again, for the Match Arena page, guys, there's no codes, but just with a couple of clicks, you can add a couple of dollars to it. Remember, I've allocated equal amounts of money for both Twitter and Discord via Match Arena. So even if you're already part of Discord, or if you're already following on Twitter, doesn't matter. If you click those links, it will add $1 to the prize pool. So please consider doing that as some free ways to contribute. But as I said, tonight's prize pool is already fully covered. What we're doing is an NA versus EU thing. So if you got a couple bucks rattling around, you want to say EU sucks, it's the best way to do it. But all right, let's get into game 2. Spotting here in the bottom right. Not going for cannons. Hello, Atira. We have the orange Protoss player, Puck. His opponent in the upper left. Playing for Dust Gaming, down 1. It's Vindicta. Lock Q making good use of my newest emote on my personal channel. Thank you for that. Weeps, get out. This could be a little annoying here. Should I put a command center down with the probe? Yeah, it's a little off position, but you can lift up and adjust that later. Banjo Squid says, what does the Immortal say after stepping on the beach for the second time? I like that. The second time is probably, for me, better than the punchline of this joke. But anyways, I return to surf. That's only going to be hilarious if you play Protoss and have heard the Immortal as it's finished building, but I'd give it a 10 out of 10 because I liked it. Anyways, Puck did some pretty nice things last game. There really wasn't anything too cheesy about his play. The Colossus, you could argue, and I would too, because I hate Colossus in general, but I think that for me was a lack of scouting out of Vindicta more than anything else. He was very adamant about using the Widow Mines in the natural base, and looking for kills more than information ultimately led to him being very I don't even want to say unprepared, right? Because I don't think that's the right word. Look at him. He came out with a Raven. He either just made the best out of the bad situation, or I don't know what. But I think if he had scouted, we might have seen some different units, some priorities changed. But he had a lot of Marauders. He had that Raven. He had a lot. I think he had a cool battle plan going into it. But Puck was just a little too much to deal with. So many Zealots in play after all. Masa just messaged me. He thought it was 8. It was a misunderstanding. I mean, I linked him a thread that says the time. This seems like a calendar event. We made tweets about it. I don't know that a misunderstanding is, in my opinion, justified in this situation. But we'll talk about it later. Thank you, Darius, for letting me know. Why no game time? Game time was scheduled to play today, and he was actually very enthusiastic about playing, but he was feeling sick when he woke up today and opted to let me know that he'd rather not play if possible. So it was frustrating, but understandable. You know, not control your health. I randomly get sick all the time. It sucks. So we'll definitely have game time back at some point, guys, but he's not playing tonight, sadly. So for the big game time fans, I do apologize. I'm also a little sad about this. But this is a cool move. I've actually been seeing this a little bit more frequently from all players. So this isn't just like a Vindicta thing. And I think abusing maps like Port Alexander and Cyber Forest and other ones that have mains that you can abuse this in is great. He's going to come across with a medevac. Ideally, you would drop where there's no vision, but luckily Puck is smart. He's put a pylon down here, so he should see this coming. Not that he's going to have a better response to it, though. There's actually not much here to stop these Hellions from just running to that mineral line. 3 shots to kill a probe, and that's a lot of splash damage, fam. I like that he tries to go for the pylon to block this out, keep the Hellions from getting into the mineral lines. A great move, but didn't quite get off in time. Now 5 probes, 7 probes, a lot of probes dead. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish! Looking for the stacked up! Oh, he couldn't quite get the shot. He's trying to line these up. 13 probes is... Oh, 15 is the high score! Of course, those Hellions are sent away, back at home. Vindicta, excuse me, is about to take some of his own damage. But I think he can hold this perhaps better than Puck did. A tank and several Marines, a Widowmine or 2. I mean, these Adepts are going to be a nuisance, but they aren't going to be dangerous. Same with this Warp Prism. There's a Banshee following this up too, and in a weird way, these guys feel a lot more committed to this than they should. I've just noticed the army graph disappeared. Sorry, let me fix that really quick. Or the army value. But while this went on, Vindicta, it's hard to look at. It's a weird way to judge this, right? He killed 15 probes, but he's still only like 5 workers ahead. Shout out to Chrono Boost being so cool. So for Puck's sake, he's not that far behind, but he is behind where he'd like to be. Now this tank's up here on the high ground. There's not much room for it to get those shots off. And it's also very vulnerable to a Warp Prism just dropping on top of it. My question, of course, was going to be primarily, what does that Banshee do? And unfortunately, she's not been rallied home. She's staying waiting for her sister to go in and start one-shotting probes. I don't know if that'll be enough in this game, but I do firmly believe Vindicta should be able to hold this ramp. 2 siege tanks being set back to 1 base, but without losing the command center. Now here's where this gets really interesting. If Puck predicts a Banshee, puts a shield battery down, then he completely denies a single Banshee. But because he doesn't know, Vindicta doesn't know that he doesn't know. It's a weird game, a mind games. So Vindicta ends up waiting with that Banshee for so long when she could have either been across the map already, destroying a probe line, that Widowmine almost goes to Warp Prism, or at home defending. Now unfortunately, for some reason, Vindicta felt it best to move down the ramp. I very strongly disagree with this. I feel like his best defensive spot was to force Puck to come up the ramp to meet him. But unfortunately, in doing so, has now cost him 15 more workers, his whole army, and this command center is about to die too. Even if he repairs it, I think it's not going to work. So now it's up to these 2 Banshees if Vindicta doesn't just straight up tap out. But these Banshees have a lot of potential. Keep in mind, Puck could possibly recall the army home. That being said, detection will still be a problem. There's no observers currently in play, although there should be as soon as that Robo's... Yeah, he actually cancels the Colossus, recognizing the priority of this situation. It's a tough spot to be in. Vindicta's going to do his best here, but I do not believe it's going to be possible to get the damage done that he needs to really, truly recover this game. I do love this target fire, though, on top of the probes, trying to pick that out on top of the stalkers. It's a lot of damage done, guys, but it's still not a command center. It's still not an orbital. And the observer's now out, so the Banshees can be seen. Of course, catching them is sometimes easier said than done. Puck does not have Blink this game. He's just going to float to the corner. 21 probes killed. I mean, this was such a strong start for Vindicta's attack, but the defense at home left things to be desired. He's gonna go for an attack that looks kind of all in. He's in a weird way, and I kind of like the mastercraft of this. He's churned this into a one base play. Something where if this was designed to be a one base play, this is what it would look like as it pushes out, right? You get the SCVs, repair the tanks, put a couple of bunkers down. But of course, that's not how this opened. So it's a weird spot for both. I think Vindicta has definitely got, again, the harder time proving a victory here. Puck just has to defend, but at the same time, that's all Vindicta had to do, and then he moved to the bottom of the ramp, so maybe Puck will feel the same kind of throws in his playbook. I don't think this will work, but it is his last and best shot in this game. He's about a Cyclone with this too, but that's going to get blasted right off the front line. No chance for bunkers, maybe a couple of repairs. SCVs are not going to save that tank, sadly. But if all the Stalkers go down, these Banshees will reign supreme, even if there's detection. So there is some merit to this. Also, Terminator, thank you for the $5. And Kilo, thank you for the 3-month resub. Fight of his life, though, going down here. Banshee on the left side. Immortal's almost gone. There's still 2 tanks on the ramp, but there's no bio left to buffer. GG's get called, and Puck will take this series with a nice, smooth 2-0. Oops, didn't mean to mute things there. But Terminator says, put some money for Matcherino as well. Enjoy. Oh, did you? Thanks, bud. Matcherino is now up to $246.78, basically saying EU sucks. Now, allegedly, Moss is online right now, and I don't have a replacement. I got to figure out how we're tackling this, guys. So give me a moment. We'll be back in a few. I hate to do commercials, but yeah, be back soon.